All right, everyone, thank you so much for checking in. So today we have the new 3.5 boot from Leatt. This is the newest offering in the Leatt boot lineup. Above these, you have the 4.5, and above that, you have their premium, which is the 5.5 Flex Lock. So the price on the 3.5, you can be right around $200. So as we go through and we talk about these, I will compare them a little bit to the 4.5s or even 5.5. I've ridden in those two boots, so I will do a comparison just to kind of help you decide if you want to go with the 3.5, more budget-friendly entry-level, or do you want to step up and go up to the 4.5 or even the 5.5. So first thing I will talk about real quickly is fitment. So with these, I tried them on a size 9. That's what size I wear in all of their motocross boots. And to me, I would say about a half size small. So when I put these on and I was walking, I could feel the end of my toe just start to creep up on the end of the toe box. So if I was getting these, I'd have to try these on in a size 10 back-to-back and kind of decide which one I thought was going to be best. So I'd say about a half size small, but that is why we do have our fit guarantee. Any boot that we sell, if you buy it, if you don't like how it fits, you can send it back in brand new unused condition. For example, if you buy a 3.5, if you don't like how it fits, you can send it back. You can exchange it, say a size 9 for a size 10. We'll give you free shipping both ways to make sure you're happy with the fit that you get. So just remember that. But what I do like about these though is that the toe box is nice and wide. That is something about the 4.5 and the 5.5 that I like, is they do have a nice wide toe box. As far as stiffness goes, this is one thing you always want to kind of remember. You wouldn't think it, but with entry-level boots, you would think that they'd be a little bit softer, have more flex than, say, a premium boot that are built to have more support. However, one thing with the 3.5s that you notice that there's no hinges on here. And when you look at the 4.5, that's one of the big upgrades with that boot, is you have hinges on the medial and the lateral side. And when you have those hinges, it just allows the lower part of the boot to move freely from the upper a little bit better. So yes, the 3.5s are even stiffer than the 4.5. The 5.5 does have a hinge system, but that boot is pretty dang stiff. But these are also pretty stiff. But just remember, any boot that you get, the more you ride in it, the more you wear it, it is going to break in a little bit and it is going to get a little bit of flexibility. All right, next up, construction. Synthetic leather base, a lot of hard plastic on this boot, so it is going to offer good protection there. You got this reinforcement here over top the toe box, nice big TPU shin plate. When you look at the back, you can see with the heel cup here, it's reinforced. They've added some additional material there with that hard plastic to help for impacts. But also, you notice too that you have these little slots right here. Those are actually meant to be vents, just to help some hot air escape out of the back of the boot. Looking at the medial side, again, hard plastic down here at the bottom, and then you got the synthetic, there's the suede burn guard up here on the top. And when we look at the buckles, so same buckle design as the 4.5 and the 5.5, difference being these are plastic buckles versus aluminum. However, the bases are metal, but these are replaceable, so if one did break, you can get these replaced. But it is a design that works really well. You take your strap, drop it through the buckle, and snap it down. So if I undo these, one feature that carries over from the 4.5 and the 5.5 is their SlideLock cuff system. So up here at the top, and it's kind of cool. It's like a one-directional Velcro. And what's cool about this is that when you're putting the boot on, you start it, you can see this Velcro will slide, but then it locks, wanting to go the other direction. And the reason that I do like that is because when you're doing up this top buckle, this strap, it doesn't have that Velcro bind up right there. So for me, it's not a huge thing, but it's the small things that matter, and that's what I like about it. It's just kind of nice. All right, on the inside, you do have a moisture wicking fabric. Again, that's gonna wick away that moisture, antimicrobial, and then as far as the footbed goes, you do have a steel shank on these. So a steel shank is going to come up about halfway on the sole. It is CE certified. That's just to give really good support for the foot. So when you have those big impacts, you want that steel shank in there to offer that support. As far as the sole goes, it is a good grippy compound. In fact, it's the same compound that they use on the 4.5 and the 5.5 boot, but it's also a dual compound. So you can see that this insert right here, the red, is actually a different compound. It's a little bit firmer. And they do that just to add to the durability of the boot, because obviously that is where you are going to have the most wear. One thing to note though, that with the 3.5 is that the sole on these is not replaceable. But last thing I do want to touch on, what I like though, is that the toe box on these, even for an entry-level boot, is pretty good, or is pretty low profile, so that's going to help with your braking as well as your shifting. So overall with the 3.5, you know, at that $200 price point, it's a solid boot. Now, looking at it, if you're saying, all right, well, do I want to step up from these and go to the 4.5 or the 5.5? Really, the big question is, it's just gonna be about support and protection. When you jump up to the 4.5, you're gonna be about $300 for those, but having that hinge system, a little bit more flexibility out of the box, and obviously you're gonna have more lateral support for the ankle as well. And then when you move up to the 5.5, that boot, I think about $400, is going to have the most support. It's got a lot of stiffness side to side. It's got even more support front and back, a little bit stiffer. So you kind of ask yourself, what is your budget and how much support and protection are you looking for? But again, if that's your price limit, around that $200 mark, the 3.5 is going to be a great option for you. If you do have questions or comments, we'd love to get those answered. So make sure, leave those in the comment section below. To see all the other colorways available in the 3.5, and again, check out the 4.5 and the 5.5, click on the link or head over to RockyMountain-ATVMC.com. As always, we ship for free over $75. And if you don't know it already, we are the best place to go to for the product spotlights like you just saw today. We have product spotlights on basically all the boots that we sell. We have our premium boot buyer's guide. We have our mid and entry level boot buyer's guide. So if you're not sure which boot you feel is going to be best for you, those videos are there to help you out and help you make a good decision. I am Chase here at Rocky Mountain ATVMC, and from all of us, we'll see you on the trails.